Welcome to the Mind Talk podcast, where we delve into the roots of dis-ease, growing deep in the subconscious mind. I am your host, Diane Vanas, with over 25 years in energy medicine. Today we will be working with Frankie. It's a cat. My friend Sharon's stray cat that she found at a trailer park about 3 months ago has been taken to the vet, and he just didn't seem to be gaining weight. And the vet discovered that he had no teeth except one. He had an ulcer on the roof of his mouth, and he suspects cancer because of a sore by the ear and his condition. He suggests an MRI from a specialist, of course, and he wasn't able to do anything because the original owner needed to be found. He did have a chip in his ear, and it was discovered that his original owner had died. It's unknown as to how he got to the trailer park or how he's been surviving since then. He's only about 5 years old, and he is fixed. Weighs 10 pounds, but he's a big cat, so he's pretty skinny. Sharon had noticed he had trouble eating and drinking, so that's why she took him to the vet. There is another cat in the home, Smudgy, who's kind of standing her ground to a new arrival that threatens her space. She actually uses his litter box instead of her own, so it might be a little bit of rivalry going on there. Anyway, I agreed to do a belief system session remotely for Frankie, maybe to be helpful to understand what's going on and hopefully bring some improvement to his condition in the meantime until he sees the vet again. We're working on a tangled system, so I like to compare belief systems to trees because it kind of designates all the layers of the mind. And a tangled system means it probably has 2 roots. So we'll see that as we get deeper into it. Well, we start with the negative programs, the more conscious aspects. And of course, we know that cats don't speak a human language. So what we're working with is language to designate the vibrational frequency of the energy. So I'm just tuning in to figure out how to designate what's happening with him. So the first negative program I have is actually I am God. And that kind of translate it with him is that he wants to dominate, but Smudgy is the queen or the boss of the house. And then another negative program is I am unable to find my place in life. And for a cat, that kind of means a home that will take care of his needs and love him. And then, because he was out on his own in a trailer park, just trying to exist. And then we have a limiting belief. So, if we're talking about like a tree, it's more like the trunk of the tree, deeper into the mind, the subconscious mind. And it's in the survival or root chakra, kind of like being a victim. And it's, I can't get out of this. And then we have another limiting belief that's actually inherited from his father. And it's in the root chakra. But it's actually a positive belief. So here we go. We need some positive energy here. And it's, I am a continuous source of energy. Kind of like from the DNA. The strength of his genes, So let's just install that belief since it's positive. We'll just install that right now for Frankie. I am a continuous source of energy. I am a continuous source of energy. And then we'll drop down to the roots of the tree. And it's, I am afraid of disease. Or like I am a disease. And then we have another root to the tree, And it is impossible to be healthy, or like I am unhealthy. And then we have a faulty core identity. So usually those are created early in life. Also in the survival or root chakra. It's out of my control. So as a kitten, maybe my life and what happens to me was kind of out of his control. Or it could even have been, like when he lost his original owner. He doesn't know what's going to happen to him. So we do have an attached belief that's not really part of that belief system, but it is God doesn't trust me. So, I don't know how that relates with a cat. God doesn't trust me. But we'll just go ahead and release that. God doesn't trust me. And then we have some attached emotions. So we have disgust. We're just going to release disgust. And we have a trapped emotion again of disgust. We're just going to go ahead and release that. And then discouraged. Releasing discouraged and letting it go. And then we have imbalance with the thyroid. So the thyroid is unhappy, and it's because of an underlying belief that life is hard on me and I can't survive. So releasing that belief of life is hard on me, I can't survive, and just balancing and sending lots of love to that thyroid to reset and balance the thyroid. So now we're going to go back and we're going to release all those negative beliefs in the belief system. So releasing I am God, or meaning I want to dominate, but Smudgy's queen or boss. And releasing I am unable to find my place in life. Releasing I can't get out of this. Releasing I am afraid of disease, or like I am a disease. Releasing it is impossible to be healthy because I'm unwanted and hungry for love. And releasing it's out of my control, my life and what happens to me. Okay, so very good. We released all of the beliefs in that belief system. And we had that positive one, I am a continuous source of energy. So maybe we can just focus on that to close the subconscious gap and defrag. So, if you take out some beliefs, you just want to reorganize that subconscious mind, and hopefully something positive can be restored there. And then as far as Herbal Plus Black Salve tablets, I'm coming up with taking it 3 times a day, just a little piece in soft food. So you're going to actually equal 1/4 to 1/2 a tablet daily for a couple weeks. And then see how he's doing at the 2-week mark, but probably you're going to increase it to 1/2 a tablet. Maybe because he's going to have gained some weight, hopefully. And do 1/2 a tablet daily for about 4 months. That's what I'm coming up with. And so I just hope Frankie continues to get better with our efforts. And we'll find out more when he gets to the vet as well. Thank you for listening. Until the next time.